What's going on, everybody? Here with a video about a brand new Black Series figure. This is Starkiller. Got it right from Hasbro. You can see as I'm unpackaging it there. I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but that packaging that Hasbro includes in there as that protective layer, a bit sharp. So watch out for that. But looking at it out of the box, you can see the packaging is nice. You got Starkiller there from the video game series, The Force Unleashed. They made 2 of those games, and I played the heck out of those things. They were really good games. If you haven't checked them out before, I would highly recommend going back and playing them. It's a really cool story. Basically, you've got this Force-sensitive kid who's taken on by Darth Vader and made to be his apprentice. Not to be confused with Ahsoka, which was his apprentice as Anakin Skywalker, but his apprentice after he's already become Darth Vader. So super cool. As we look at the figure out of the package, it's got a lot of nice detail. You can definitely see that there's a likeness there for the character from the game, which also is based on someone in real life, a real life actor, and that would be Sam Witwer. He's a super cool dude and a big Star Wars fan, and also still a big part of Star Wars, even though these Force Unleashed games and that Starkiller character aren't officially canon. He continues to do voiceovers in all kinds of Star Wars stuff. So super cool that they've made a figure and he's kind of been brought to life in that way. Quick look at the lightsaber here and some poses. I really liked this pose for him. It's really menacing since he is a dark side character, and you got that nice bright lightsaber. The metallic on the hilt is really nice too, and there's a lot of really intricate detail everywhere you look on this figure, honestly. I tried him in a bunch of poses, as you're going to see here, and I have to apologize because the camera doesn't really do this figure justice. It's a really, really nice figure. I'm super impressed with it. I just think I don't have the best ability to capture that adequately, and I wish I could because it's such a good figure. I might have a little bias since I was a big fan of the games, but I also can recognize when Hasbro doesn't make the best figure without the best articulation, but this one's pretty good, and I think it speaks for itself. Here's a couple more angles. You get a look at him from his right side, as well as some other poses. My camera and maybe the light I'm using is making it seem like there's some shine to the paint application on his face especially, and when we take a closer look, you're going to see that that's not necessarily the case. I think it was just a combination of not great lighting and maybe just the certain angle that the camera was picking it up at, but it does look good, and you can get him into some really nice action poses. This one might look a little awkward. I fix it in a second here, but he's pretty awesome, and I tried to kind of mimic some of the action poses similar to the Hasbro exclusive figure that comes with the extra hands and the extra face parts to swap in and out, and those 2 stormtroopers. That's a super cool figure. I wanted to check this one out as a standalone before I committed to getting that, and now I just want to get that one to compare and see how much better it might be and how different they are. But I wanted to start with this one as a standalone, and he's a good enough figure on his own, but now I just want that other one even more. It's a bit expensive at like $110, but I don't know how long it's going to be around, so I don't think I'm going to procrastinate about it too much longer. So you might see a video about that one in the future, not so far off from here. But back to this one, you can see here, he looks pretty good, and we're going to take a closer look at him next. What's not as apparent from this angle, but you can see more when we zoom in here, is that the face is not necessarily as shiny as it seemed. There's a little bit of sheen there to it. It definitely has a little bit of reflection and shine, but not nearly as much as those other wider shots made it seem like. A lot of detail on the wrist wrappings. You can see there's blood coming down from his hands. He's just such a force capable user in the universe that they had to add that bit in, which is neat. You don't see that a lot on figures. You can see there's also a lot of green, more green than you'd expect in his clothing and the paint app for his clothes. The armor there has a really nice metallic look to it. I think that was done very nicely. It looks like metal armor. The clothes are ripped on the arm. There's a little more blood in the paint application. The poses and the sculpting on the hands looks good. The hair is a little off. It's because it's supposed to be like a short buzzed cut. It looks a little better from the front, but on the back it kind of just like stops abruptly, and it's a little less convincing of that kind of a haircut. But the face sculpt, the scowl, the look on his face is very reminiscent of the game and really does a good job of capturing not only the game's character, but the likeness of the actor who played that character in the games as well. If a side-by-side comparison to the other Starkiller figure is something you all would like to see, go ahead and leave a comment. That might let me justify it as far as the cost goes. But all in all, great figure. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.